Before going to the cemetery, let's dive into some abandoned Loony bin madhouse, you know. It used to be a madhouse. This is very close to the direction we are heading. That was a Loony bin. See, quite old, isn't it? No mad people in Poland anymore. No one needs that. We have a telephone, that's enough to make us cheerful and joyful and save us from the madness of our lives. Quite nice space, but it's smelly. Everything's abandoned and destroyed. So if you are looking for some mental health, pick up your telephone and call your mother. If you don't have your mother, I don't know what to do. Looks like a ballroom or something, or a dining space. That's the rain. Dive, you motherfucker. Dive. Actually, the abandoned Loony bin was created in an abandoned 1700s manor house. That's a manor house. I think it's as old as America. So we are on the other side. No trespassing. Security. We'll call security. So many, you know, madmen around. Security is needed. Madmen without treatment. So where are we guys right now? Where are we heading today? Well, this is the Central Cemetery in Gdańsk. It's called Central Cemetery from 1925, and we are searching, we are on the quest to find a real Indian, the real or Anri or Sarri, we will see. Native American who is buried in here. And one more surprise in the end. So stay tuned. Beautiful graves. What's the most important in this particular place? Probably the most important is it was built jointly by Germans and Poles during the Free City of Gdańsk. It was a very modern cemetery, built in the forest. This is a kind of forest, kind of park. Hard to say what's exactly, but that was a joint venture between Poles and Germans. Around 1900, maybe 1100 people were buried in here. Both Germans, Poles, and other minorities. Don't forget, we are on the quest for an Indian and Native American. Where is he? Somewhere around. This is the grave that I know the least in my city, so it will be the most difficult to find a grave. I have no idea where the Indian is lying. There should be some signs, but you know. Wow, what a rock, what a boulder. Ooh la la. Who's been buried? Well, I don't know. It's written in Polish, but I don't know what is written in here. No idea. If you, I think it's, I don't know, upside down. I know it's a woman, but that's it. Oh, and the Jesus. Well, solid boulder. Another boulder. I think that's a sign of a shipyard, or what? Probably, yeah. That's a sign of the shipyard. So the guy worked on the shipyard, and afterwards. They decided to place a shipyard sign, so he's, bound to the shipyard till the end. That's a great worker. We have to be bound to our work. That's the most important thing, to work. This one looks like some pagan priestess, or so Celtic goddess. Not like a Maria. Oh, Hłasko, Mariusz. There was a very famous Polish screenwriter and writer called Marek Hłasko. Marek Hłasko was a friend of Roman Polanski. And yeah, he died very early at age 35. Some people, you know, compare him to the Marek Hłasko, to Charles Bukowski, but I think Bukowski was better. Much more better. Nevertheless, a friend of Polanski, he made some career in America. He tried to make some career in America, but it all failed. So, kids quarter, that means kids and a kid. But still, no, Native American. We're on the track, you know. That's very Indian. That's what Native Americans do. They were trappers. They're looking for the path. Why is Jesus? Roman Herman. Jesus, the thinker, like on Rodin's sculpture, you know, the famous Rodin sculpture. Someone died recently. You see the ribbons? Lady, so no, the guy died. New ribbons. I think we are now on the right track. Finally, we found the Indian, the Native American, Sat-Okh, Supłatowicz, that's his surname. Really, his real name was Stanisław, but Sat-Okh, it's his Indian name, Indian Native American name, Shawnee name, and which means long feather. So long feather Supłatowicz. The guy was a writer, and he was written mostly about Native America. But he said that he is a descendant from a chief of a tribe in Canada, Shawnee. His mother escaped from Siberia in Russia to Canada, and then she met a warlord, a Shawnee, and they had a son, and Sat-Okh is the son. It's been some intensive studies about it, and most probably the guy lied about his past and he's nothing in common with Canada. Well, genetically, DNA, in DNA way, maybe he thought he's an Indian. You know, now we can thought we are whatever we want, but you know, so he thought he is some Indian spirit. But it's still possible to check him. You know, just check his DNA. So long feather. Let the money too lead you to the fields of glory. But our quest is not ending here. Well, we're going to see the gangster, the real gangster, the grave of the real gangster. He's called Nikodem Skotarczak. No, by his nickname Nikoś, Nikodem Nikoś. And there he is, Nikodem Skotarczak. Whoa, what a grave. Real gangsta grave, isn't it? Non fui, non sum cum curo. Non fui, non sum cum turo. I wasn't, I was. I am not, I don't care. Something like that. My friend sent me a translation. I had a Latin, but you know, when someone translates something for you, it's always nice. So, I wasn't, I was. I am not, I don't care. So, what's the big fuss about Nikodem? Well, Nikodem was killed. He was shot at the age of 33. He was shot, and he was very famous. He played in some movies, and there was some movies about him. Now you can watch it on Netflix about Nikodem. I don't know, I haven't seen it. Probably not good, probably very bad, but you can still. He was specializing in theft, in stealing cars, you know, luxury cars, Mercedes, BMW, Porsche, you know, all that stuff in the 80s and 90s, and then he was shot, you know, non fui. So, goodbye, Nikodem. Your trip is over. One more shot, one more shot. Is it bombastic? You know, Greek hero or something, you know, the pillars. Yeah, yeah. Fight till the end. And that one is cool. Literally cool. It looks like a cold heart, isn't it? Or like a Sauron's eye without the flame, or extinguished flame, or flame extinguished. Like a Sauron's from Scandinavia or Iceland. No, in Iceland. Scandinavia. Let's say Scandinavia. Don't look into the eye of Sauron's. The bench is out of order. Yeah, this is a map of the cemetery, whole graveyard. It's been written in Polish, so I will be quick. We are here. You see the cross. You see the whole spectrum. And the cross is here. Right. Nice. Some candles. But I think the most interesting in here is this one. What does it represent? What does it remind you? Yes, that's the mountains. Yes, that's the mountains. And this is a monument in memory of those who died in the mountains, Polish mountaineers and climbers. So let's take a look. Yes, for those who stayed in the mountains forever. Marek Hłasko, Aconcagua, and these mountains, and this range, South America. Tiricmir, Hindukush, I think it's Tajikistan or Russia. Tiricmir, maybe. Api, Himalaya in Nepal, some Himalaya mountains. Karol Sapitsky, Ganesh, Himalaya in Nepal. Himalaya, Gavarnhalu, Gorontori, I don't know. Lhotse, one of the most dangerous peaks in the world. Himalaya in Nepal, 1978. Mount Everest, the biggest mountains in the world. Himalaya in Nepal, 1989, and the same year and the same mountains, so probably they died in the same, maybe they died together. Kirsul, Himalaya, and Aconcagua, again on these mountains. You know, being a climber and being a mountaineer was a real national sport in Poland in the 1970s, 1990s. It was, you know, really cool to go abroad for 3 months, left your family, left your wife, left your kids, and climb, have fun, you know, for cheap money, travel the world, and yeah, conquer the mountain. Let's get to the mountain. And then initially die in there. What's that? Is that a hand or a flame? It's been written, go with peace. Another hand. Well, the forests remind me North America, Northwest America, you know. It's conifer, it's deciduous, it's mixed forest. Like in the Northern Exposure, if you remember the series, quite old, 30 years old, or Twin Peaks, David Lynch's Twin Peaks. Yes, it's like on the Twin Peaks. Or Danger Bay, yeah, Danger, that was a series, also Canadian one. So, nature is like in Vancouver, Seattle. Poetic, well, that's quite funny certainly. Come on, come on in Polish. But in English, come on, you know, come on. Bogumiła Chuchulik. Chuchulik, the surname, sounds like a, you know, some fairy tale hero, Chuchulik, Eastern European fairy tale hero. Chuchulik, I'm Chuchulik. I'm from Czech Republic, or from Poland, or from Slovakia, or from anywhere else in Eastern Europe, hell knows where. This angel is happy and have hollow eyes. And that's scary. Owls are not what they seem to be.